In a world where everyone seems to demand a piece of your time, attention, and energy, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what truly matters. We get caught up in trying to please others, chasing approval, or wasting precious time on drama that doesn't serve us. But what if 2025 could be the year you changed that? What if this year you made yourself the priority? Buddhism teaches us that focusing inward, on your own growth, your own peace, and your own happiness, is the path to a truly fulfilling life. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful lessons that will show you how to cut through the noise, let go of distractions, and reclaim your energy for the things that matter most. These lessons are not just ideas. They are a roadmap to clarity, strength, and purpose. Let's dive into the wisdom that can transform your life in 2025. 1. No one cares as much as you think. We live much of our lives believing that everyone around us is scrutinizing our every move. We hesitate to try new things, take risks, or step outside the box because we fear judgment. But here's the truth. People are primarily focused on their own lives, their own struggles, and their own aspirations. This doesn't mean they don't care about you, but their attention is fleeting and often self-centered. Buddhism teaches us the principle of anatta, or non-self, which reminds us that our sense of self is often an illusion created by attachment to others' opinions. When you realize that people's judgments have little to do with you, and more to do with their own insecurities, you free yourself from the invisible chains that hold you back. In 2025, let go of the belief that everyone is watching you. Embrace your uniqueness and take risks without fear. Focus on living authentically, pursuing your dreams, and enjoying life without the weight of others' opinions. Your energy is too valuable to waste on assumptions about what others think of you. 2. Stop expecting help from anyone. One of the harshest yet most liberating truths in life is that no one is obligated to help you. People may love and support you, but their ability to do so is often limited by their own challenges, priorities, and capacity. Expecting others to come to your rescue can lead to disappointment and resentment. In Buddhism, the path to enlightenment is a personal journey. The Buddha himself said, "Work out your own salvation with diligence." This doesn't mean isolating yourself or rejecting help when it's offered, but it does mean taking responsibility for your own growth and happiness. When you stop expecting help, you empower yourself to become resourceful and resilient. You start finding solutions instead of waiting for them. In 2025, adopt a mindset of self-reliance. Whether it's financial stability, emotional strength, or career success, take the lead in shaping your life. While others can walk alongside you, the path is yours to navigate. 3. Wasting time on others' drama destroys your future. Drama is a black hole that sucks in your time, energy, and focus. Whether it's gossip, conflicts that don't concern you, or being a constant problem solver for others, engaging in drama pulls you away from your own goals and peace of mind. The more energy you pour into others' chaos, the less you have for your own growth. Buddhism teaches mindfulness and the art of staying present. It encourages us to focus on what truly matters and avoid unnecessary distractions. Drama is one of the biggest distractions in life. It's noisy, chaotic, and unproductive. In 2025, take a stand against drama. Politely distance yourself from gossip and unnecessary conflicts. Set boundaries with people who thrive on chaos. Remember, every moment spent on someone else's drama is a moment lost for your dreams, your growth, and your peace. Use your energy wisely by investing it in things that bring value to your life. 4. You can't please everyone, so stop trying. No matter how kind, selfless, or accommodating you are, someone will always disapprove of you. It's an unchanging reality of life. Pleasing everyone often leads to sacrificing your values, neglecting your needs, and losing your sense of identity. And even then, it's impossible to make everyone happy. Buddhism encourages us to let go of attachment to approval. The moment you stop seeking validation from others, you regain your power. This doesn't mean becoming selfish or unkind. It means living in alignment with your values and prioritizing authenticity over external praise. In 2025, stop chasing the impossible task of pleasing everyone. Instead, focus on pleasing yourself. What makes you happy? What aligns with your purpose? When you live true to yourself, the right people will resonate with you, and the rest will fall away. Remember, your worth isn't determined by how many people approve of you, but by how deeply you live your truth. 5. The world owes you nothing. It's easy to feel entitled to success, happiness, or recognition simply because you've worked hard or faced challenges. You may think, "I've been through so much, I deserve a break," or "I've put in so much effort. Where's my reward?" But the reality is that life doesn't operate on a system of fairness or guarantees. Success doesn't automatically follow struggle, and rewards don't always match effort. This mindset of entitlement, expecting the world to give you what you think you deserve, can lead to frustration, resentment, and disappointment when things don't go your way. In Buddhism, the principle of anicca, or impermanence, teaches us that nothing in life is fixed, predictable, or owed to us. Everything is constantly changing, and clinging to the belief that life should work a certain way only causes suffering. Instead of focusing on what you think you deserve, shift your perspective to focus on what you can actively create. You are the architect of your life. It's up to you to take responsibility for your actions, your mindset, and your results. In 2025, let go of the idea that the world owes you anything and embrace a mindset of empowerment. Understand that every success, every joy, and every opportunity comes from your own consistent effort, determination, and willingness to grow. This doesn't mean life will always be easy or fair, but when you stop expecting external forces to hand you what you want, you reclaim your power. You'll start to see challenges as opportunities to grow and setbacks as lessons to learn from. Approach life with gratitude rather than entitlement. Gratitude helps you appreciate what you already have while fueling your motivation to achieve more. When you accept that the world owes you nothing, you free yourself from the weight of unmet expectations. This liberation allows you to take bold, intentional actions toward your goals, knowing that the results you achieve are a direct reflection of your perseverance and adaptability. By shifting your focus from what you lack to what you can create, you build a life that is not only fulfilling, but deeply meaningful. 6. People will betray you, even those you trust. Betrayal is one of the most difficult experiences to endure. It feels personal, cutting deep into your sense of trust and security, especially when it comes from someone close to you. Whether it's a friend, family member, partner, or colleague, betrayal leaves a lasting impact, making you question not only the other person's intentions, but also your own judgment. It can feel like the foundation of a relationship you thought was strong has suddenly crumbled beneath you. In Buddhism, the teachings about suffering, dukkha, remind us that much of our pain comes from clinging to expectations that others will always be loyal, that relationships will remain unchanged, or that people we trust won't let us down. While it's natural to trust those we care about, it's also important to remember that people are imperfect. They are driven by their own fears, desires, and weaknesses, and sometimes their actions reflect those inner struggles rather than their feelings toward you. Betrayal often stems from selfishness, insecurity, or miscommunication. It might not even be intentional. For example, A friend might break your trust out of fear of losing something they value, or a partner might betray you because they're struggling with their own unresolved issues. While their actions hurt, they often have more to do with their internal battles than with you. Understanding this doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you see betrayal in a more compassionate, detached light. When betrayal happens, your initial reaction may be anger, sadness, or a desire for revenge. These emotions are natural, but Buddhism teaches that holding on to them only prolongs your suffering. Imagine carrying a heavy burden. Resentment and anger are like weights on your back. The longer you carry them, the more they exhaust you. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or condoning what happened. It means choosing your peace over your pain. In 2025, let this lesson guide you. Trust people, but trust yourself more. Build your happiness and stability on a foundation of self-reliance, not on the actions or loyalty of others. When you rely too heavily on someone else for your sense of security, their betrayal can leave you feeling lost and broken. But if you cultivate inner strength, no betrayal can completely shake your core. This is not a call to shut people out or live in suspicion. On the contrary, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of connection and compassion. You can still build meaningful relationships, but with the awareness that no relationship is perfect or permanent. People may disappoint you, not because they're inherently bad, but because they're human, prone to mistakes and flaws, just like you. Use betrayal as an opportunity to grow. It can teach you valuable lessons about boundaries, communication, and the importance of self-love. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I strengthen my emotional resilience? When you shift your perspective from victimhood to growth, betrayal becomes a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. Here's another important reminder for 2025. Betrayal doesn't define your worth. It's easy to internalize someone's actions and think, maybe I wasn't good enough, or I must have done something wrong. But another person's betrayal is a reflection of their choices, not your value. You are still whole, worthy, and deserving of trust and love, no matter how others treat you. To move forward, focus on forgiveness, not for their sake, but for yours. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciling or forgetting. It means releasing the emotional hold that betrayal has over you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the bitterness that can consume you and prevent you from finding peace. Cultivate relationships with care. Surround yourself with people who uplift and respect you, and don't be afraid to let go of those who consistently break your trust. At the same time, practice self-compassion. It's okay to feel hurt and take time to heal. Use this time to focus on yourself, to reconnect with your own needs and goals, and to build a life that feels secure and fulfilling regardless of others' actions. In 2025, let betrayal remind you of your inner strength. While others may falter, you have the power to stay steady, grounded, and resilient. Trust others, but trust yourself the most. And above all, remember that no matter what happens, you are capable of moving forward, healing, and thriving. Lesson 7. If you don't put yourself first, no one else will. Putting yourself first is one of the most misunderstood concepts in life. Many people associate it with selfishness, but in reality, prioritizing your own well-being is an act of wisdom and self-respect. When you don't put yourself first, you risk depleting your energy, losing sight of your goals, and living a life dictated by others' needs and expectations. If you don't take charge of your life, no one else will do it for you. In Buddhism, the principle of self-compassion is central to the path of enlightenment. The Buddha taught that you cannot truly help or love others if you don't take care of yourself first. Imagine trying to pour water from an empty cup. It's impossible. In the same way, when you neglect your physical, emotional, and mental health, you cannot effectively contribute to the world or support those around you. Putting yourself first means setting boundaries and being clear about your priorities. It's not about ignoring others or refusing to help. It's about ensuring that your needs are met before you give to others. When you constantly prioritize everyone else, you risk burnout, resentment, and losing your sense of identity. Over time, this leads to frustration and unhappiness, not just for you, but for those who depend on you as well. In 2025, commit to making yourself a priority. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. What are your goals, dreams, and aspirations? What makes you feel fulfilled and alive? Once you're clear about your priorities, organize your life around them. This might mean carving out time each day for self-care, pursuing a passion project, or simply taking moments of silence to reconnect with yourself. Setting boundaries is another crucial part of putting yourself first. It can be challenging, especially if you're used to saying yes to everyone. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to your own needs. Learn to say no when necessary, and remember that it's not an act of rejection, it's an act of self-preservation. Putting yourself first also means being honest about your limitations. You don't have to do everything or please everyone. When you overextend yourself, you're not only harming yourself, but also diminishing the quality of what you give to others. By focusing on your well-being, you ensure that when you do help others, you're doing so from a place of strength and abundance. Another key aspect is self-care. This isn't just about physical health, like eating well or exercising, though those are important. It's also about taking care of your emotional and mental health. Make time for activities that bring you joy, practice mindfulness to reduce stress, and surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Putting yourself first doesn't mean you stop caring for others. It actually makes you better at it. When you're happy, healthy, and fulfilled, you're in a better position to support those around you. It allows you to give from a place of love and generosity rather than obligation or guilt. In Buddhism, this practice is often compared to the blooming of a lotus flower. A lotus grows in muddy water, yet it rises above the surface, pure and radiant. Similarly, when you focus on nurturing yourself, you rise above the challenges and chaos of life, becoming a source of light and strength for others. In 2025, let this be the year you put yourself first, not out of selfishness, but out of love and respect for yourself. Understand that your time and energy are limited and precious. When you dedicate them to your growth and happiness, you create a ripple effect that positively impacts everyone around you. Remember, no one else is responsible for your happiness. It's a gift you must give to yourself. By putting yourself first, you're not only honoring your needs, but also setting an example for others to do the same. You show the world that self-care and self-respect are not luxuries, they're essentials for a meaningful and fulfilling life. Focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's essential for your peace and progress. In 2025, let these lessons guide you toward a life of clarity, strength, and fulfillment. Remember, the journey is yours, and every mindful step you take leads to freedom and joy.